I hope you guys are having a better week than I am right now. It started with me spraining my ankle at training, which sucks and it hurts a lot, but it happens to the best of us, right? And the next day when I'm nursing my ankle injury, I come down then with food poisoning, which brings more pain in just a completely different way for the next 36 to 48 hours. And right when I started to feel like a functioning human again, I sit down in this chair, I log into EA Sports, and I get this little notification saying my account has been disabled, that I had violated the EA's user agreement. Now, here's the deal. If they said that I got banned for having a coin sponsor, fair enough, even Stevens. But that wasn't the case. They said I got banned for cheating, and I just want you guys to know that all of my 7-win, 8-loss weekend league FUT champ runs were completely legit. I mean it, okay? I was not cheating. I was not using any no-loss glitches, all right? I earned those 7 wins with my blood, sweat, and tears, and I just want you guys to know that if you work hard enough and you put in the grind and you really just set your mind for the clouds and the stars, that you can accomplish 7 wins in weekend league as well, but it may come across as a little bit suspicious to EA Sports. I guess that's the case. Anyways, I can't get my 8 million coins right now, which is pretty upsetting because I have some investments that I would love to be buying right now. So instead of, I guess, buying them myself, I'll just show you guys and maybe you can make the profit for me. From Black Friday to Winter Wild Cards, and Team of the Year isn't that far away. If you need any extra coins, check out Loot Bar. Not only are they already cheaper than the other platforms, but when you use my code NITRO, you're going to get another 8% off of that and 5% more coins than what you buy. It has great reviews, big creators use it, and you get your coins within a few minutes. So if you need quick coins, Loot Bar is the place to go. I'm not even kidding when I say that my internet went down for 90 minutes after I recorded the intro, and I couldn't load Futbin. I couldn't obviously upload this video. So late upload today, guys. Sorry about it, but I cannot catch a break. But let's get started before inevitably something else goes wrong. So let's start off today by talking about how the market, it's still pretty low. We saw the market crash Thursday, Friday. We've talked about that this week. We even talked about how the market was going to crash really hard this week before it did. So hopefully you guys have been subscribed to the channel for the last few days because we saw this coming. Now, I didn't expect it to go as low as it did, but is it going to go any lower, and when is the time to buy, if there is a time to buy? Should you ever buy again? Are cards just going to continue to fall and fall and fall? Well, I think the best way for us to tell if we should invest in any of these cards that have dropped in price so significantly, like Virgil van Dijk, who's 47,000 coins right now. He was 43K earlier in the day. Yesterday, if you take a look at his graph, he was 40K. He spiked up to about 50K. He came back down after content release. Is he going to come back down at content release today on Sunday? I think the answer is yes. I think we will get a better price than 47,000 coins today. But I do think that we should probably buy pretty soon. And here's the reason why. Take a look at what he did in EAFC 24. Van Dijk, we'll just take a look at that exact card. He was also 89 rated that year, and he was a little bit more expensive during this time. But if we take a look at his price between the months of November and January, you can see that we saw a very big drop last year in the second and third week of December. Take a look at that drop, 160 to 92,000 coins. Very similar to what we saw this year, except for the cards went even lower. So last year he went from 160 all the way to 92. This year he went from 160 to 40. So much lower. However, right after that, we saw a little bit of a rebound. Those cards started rising this week, leading in to about Christmas, where we actually saw an even bigger spike going into the next weekend league, where he went all the way back up to 133,000 coins. So should we expect Virgil van Dijk to go from 40,000 coins to 50? Yes. Should we expect him to go to 60? Probably. Will he go more than 60? It really just depends on the content that EA bring out, but we're definitely going to see a little bit of a healthy rise on the market in the final week of December, which we are about to basically be in, right? We only have about 10 days, 9 days of December left, and so we're going to see a pretty big rise, not just on Virgil van Dijk, but really the entire meta market. as a whole. Not so much the cards that are in the best of packs quite yet. I would probably stay away from those ones, but anything else. 90,000 coins all the way up to 130K, and it only took a couple days for this card to go from 92 all the way to 120,000 coins. Now, historically, we look back in the previous weeks of FC25, and we see that these cards throughout the year have dropped a little bit more on Wednesdays, right? If we take a look at Wednesdays, they're pretty low times, like on the 22nd of November for Virgil van Dijk. His card was 142,000 coins and then rose into the weekend. If you take a look at pretty much any of those low points, it's normally always going to be a Wednesday. So, are those going to be, is that going to be concurrent for this week? Are we going to see cards like Mendy, Theo Hernandez, who's 250,000 coins right now? Are they going to be actually cheaper this upcoming Wednesday before they rise into the weekend? I don't really think so. I think there's enough time for these cards to rise between Sunday and Tuesday where I don't really think that Wednesday is going to be the killer this time around. I think last Wednesday really killed the market, but I don't think we're going to see it 2 times in a row. We should see maybe a little bit of a drop in comparison to Tuesday, but especially once we hit division rival rewards, I do think that a lot of these cards actually see a rebound. And if you find any cards that are out of packs or going to be out of packs this week, maybe players who are projected to be in the team of the week this upcoming week, then those guys might be even better investments because they won't be supplied on Wednesday and Thursday like these other cards will. So when we take a look at some of the best investments, I do think that gold cards and gold metas have dropped enough to where they are actually solid investments. Now, Caroline Graham Hansen is bouncing all over the place in terms of price, but she is under 100,000 coins, and I think she even went much lower than that, about 89K yesterday at a low point. So if you're getting close to that price, or maybe she drops even lower than that today at content release, we're talking 6 p.m. UK time, when all of the SBCs and all of the new packs come out on Sunday. If we see a little bit of a drop, I'd say pull the trigger. As we get later into Sunday night, no more people are opening FUT Champ rewards. Everybody has already opened their FUT Champ rewards by Monday morning, which means that the market can finally breathe, right? We saw so much happen to this market over the course of the last week. We saw a market crash really badly on Wednesday. It continued on Thursday after rival rewards, and then continued more on Friday when winter wildcards came out, and it was genuinely the most detrimental promo to the market we've seen maybe in the history of Ultimate Team, at least in the first half of the game cycle. Sure, Fuddies, sure, Team of the Season, sure, we've had some crazy things like the World Cup mode happen in like June, July, August, but nothing like this in December. The market has plummeted, but this game is not completely dead yet. It might be for me if I can't get my account back. We'll just have to start over from scratch. But for you guys and for everybody playing this game, it's not over. We've got Team of the Year right around the corner, and so everything is going to see some sort of rebound as we exit this weekend. And I really, really do like some of the cards' prices as we enter Sunday. It's really just about timing the best time today, but I do think that the low point is going to be at some point during Sunday, and we'll see some sort of rebound. So I would say invest. We've been, playing with the rebound. We've been playing with the quick flips all week. We've been saying, okay, you can buy Theo Hernandez at the low point during the day and then sell him during the night, right? We've been saying buy him low, sell him high, real quick flips. I genuinely think that as an investment now, we can finally pull the trigger. If you want to hold for a couple of days, if you want to hold for maybe a week, could be risky, but maybe a week on some cards. I don't like Theo Hernandez really as the card to hold for a whole week, but I do like some of those cards that have dropped even more. Theo Hernandez is down like 100,000 coins, but I mean, cards like Van Dijk is down. He's down to 25% of the price that he was literally a week ago. That's unheard of. And so you see some cards that have seen that kind of drop. I would definitely go in on some of them. Now, if you take a look at some of the cards that are out of Thunderstruck that aren't in the best of promo, I think some of those cards could actually see some light of day as well. And I'm talking about the low to medium budget cards. Low to medium budget. Sakina Karchawi possibly. You look at cards maybe on the bench like, let's see, is there anybody in here that catches my eye? Ejok might be a little bit too expensive. Possibly a Kolo Muani. Reinders. I don't hate Reinders, but he is in the best of, isn't he? So maybe not him. Bongiorno. This card could see a nice little rebound as well. He's 19,000 coins. He's dropped from 33,000 coins. He got down to 17, so maybe look for that kind of price today at content release. But we could definitely see some sort of rebound with him. But take a look now at some of the cards that are the most popular on Futbin. You see, well, couple of these guys here, like Twanzebe and Wheatley, I can't tell you why those cards are up there, but I can tell you why Nico Williams is here and why he is basically extinct at 10,000 coins. He is at 10K. There's a couple of them on the market, but they're going pretty quick. There's not a lot, and they go very quick off the market. But over the course of this week, he actually got down as low as 4,000 coins, and just yesterday on Saturday, he was 5,000 coins, and then he spiked up and went extinct. Why did he go extinct? Well, it is because of a brand new not a play style, but evolution called Attacking Avalanche. This Attacking Avalanche it's pretty expensive, but it's a very, very big upgrade. So a lot of people are doing this. And when you can get these cards right now for, 5,000 to 10,000 coins, and then you boost them all the way from 85 to 91 rated, you add a playstyle, plus you add insane pace, not pace boost, but shooting boost, going from 75 to 90 shooting, 82 passing from 78. You've got 86 to 88 dribbling, a little bit of a defense boost, and a big physicality boost on a card that's already pretty good. We know that this Nico Williams card was super expensive all year, and he's finally gotten to a really cheap price. Anything else? I mean, this is Attacking Avalanche 1. Are we going to get Defensive Avalanche? Are we going to get Midfielder Avalanche? Are we going to get more evolutions throughout Winter Wildcards? The answer is yes, of course we are. And so if you want to go out and find some of these cards that are popular players that might end up being in these Evos, just go ahead and take a look at some of them between the ratings of like 82 to 87 rated. Look at some of the gold cards that have dropped down in price. I mean, one of the cards that comes to mind right away that could be used in an evolution that might be like a defensive Avalanche would be Mickey Van de Ven, right? This card, he is kind of out of packs right now. He's out of packs because this is in the best of. So this card is 7.8 thousand coins right now. He's gone up in price from 4K. It's not the first time he's done that. He was 4K, rose all the way up to 13 to 14K, dropped down to 4K. He's now up to 7.8K. He's out of packs because this card is in packs right now. I definitely think that this card could continue to go up. 7.8 thousand coins, fellas. Not a bad investment. This is a club stock at the very least. You buy one of them, you hold him for a week. If he goes up, he goes up. If he doesn't, you'll probably will still make coins because he's out of packs. He's a great card. He's still used for like other evolutions at times, not just the Defensive Avalanche, which we are anticipating or whatever they end up calling it. So these kind of club stocks, Van de Ven, that's just one example. You guys can give more examples in the comments down below if you guys have some club stock ideas, or you can just keep them to yourself and just make the profit yourself. But that is where your mind needs to be. That's what you need to be thinking about to make some profit. So you already see some of those, attacking players that have gotten that boost for Attacking Avalanche. Diogo Jota did end up getting a big pace upgrade because Nico Williams already had the maximum amount of pace you can get from the evolution, whereas Diogo Jota actually does get boosted. It's only 1,000 FC points in comparison to 250,000 coins. You definitely have to think that EA wants you to buy some FC points to do that. I would recommend just trading up and using your coins to do it if you do end up doing this evolution, because just remember that if you do end up buying FC points, you can never get that $10 back. But you might say, well, I can never get my 250,000 coins back. Well, first of all, you can trade to the 250,000 coins. Second of all, EA could ban your account at any moment for no reason at all. So just remember that when you buy FC points. Just wanted to throw that out there. So that's something that you guys can invest in right now. Not only are we investing in meta gold cards that have dropped in price, not only are we investing in meta gold cards that have dropped in price and also could be used in evolutions, we're also investing in meta gold cards that have dropped in price, can be used in evolutions, and can go out of packs. Van de Ven is such a good investment, but so many other options than Van de Ven and Van Dyke and anybody else that's named Van, I think, is just on my list today. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the winter wildcards as trades. Do we want to be flipping these cards? Absolutely not. They have come back down in price as we predicted on Saturday. These cards are back down. We saw this card rise 2.5 million coins to like 4 million coins. He's now back down to 2.9, which is almost as low as he was in the first 10 minutes. Now, here was my prediction. Before Winter Wild cards came out, I predicted that these Winter Wild cards would be the cheapest during the first 10 minutes of release, which so far is true. At this current rate, there's a good chance that a lot of these cards get lower on Wednesday and Thursday. After Rival Rewards, as we get closer to Winter Wildcards Team 2, I think a lot of these cards get cheaper than that. So just be patient. Don't be buying these cards as investments. If you have used them in Weekend League, you might see a small little rebound on Monday or Tuesday, but overall, it's not really enough to buy the card. So stay away from them and buy those cards a little later in the week. That is my take on those. Next up, we've got Fodder Cards. All right, Fodder right now, 83 is still 900 coins. They've been that way for a while. 84 rated cards, however, pretty low. I mean, 1.4 thousand coins, 1.3 thousand coins right now. A Cherby, we take a look at his 14-day hourly graph, and this card had risen, all of those 84s had risen all the way up to 3.2 thousand coins. That is well over double of what they are right now, and now they are at a very, very low point. So, could you be buying these cards for their next spike? Absolutely. If you do invest in fodder, I think 84s are probably the way to go. They're the ones that move up in a percentage that actually makes the investment worth it. Whereas investing in some of the more higher rated cards, taking a look at, let's say, Rodri. I think a lot of people have actually tried to invest in this Rodri this year. It's not working, fellas. I mean, take a look at this graph. 60K, he goes down to 45K, rises to 47. I mean, you're not selling that. You're not making any profit. You're literally buying that for 45, selling for 47. If you sold, you just get your coins back. Overall, he just keeps dropping right here. 33 to 39. That's the biggest rise he's had this year, was 33 to 39. And that's if you timed it perfectly. And then he's just kind of just been dropping ever since. I don't like investing in fodder, but if you are going to do it, 84 rated cards are what I suggest right now. 84s are the move currently. Do not be going really too much into the high rateds. I mean, it's not. I'm not going to say you're not going to make coins on the high rateds. You will. 85s are freaking cheap now too. 86s are cheap. 87s are cheap. I'm not saying you're not going to make coins on higher rateds. You definitely will at these prices. But the return on investment for 84s, you're more likely to double your coins on the 84s than any other rating. You're more likely to make 50% on your profits than any other rating. But you're going to have to buy a lot more of them, right? It is easier to go out and buy one 88 rated card than 10 84 rated cards. I get that, but buying 10 84 rated cards is going to make you more coins in the long run. So if you're investing in fodder, 84 rated cards is the way to go. To summarize what I just said to you guys real quick, I'm basically saying that if I had access to my account right now, I would be spending a lot of my coins on these gold cards. And I really do think that I will end up making profit theoretically on those hypothetical gold cards that I just bought. So if you guys want to take a leap of faith on that, then go for it. Now, I know I said that my week hasn't been fantastic, but I did get this HelloFresh sponsorship that we're going to be doing on my live stream, twitch.tv/nitro_football. With my link, you guys can get a box of HelloFresh for $22, which I just want to go ahead and point out to you guys. I get a lot more out of that. So consider it like a donation to the program. If you guys do that, I would appreciate it 1,000 times. I would appreciate it so much. And let me know if you do end up buying it. I'll leave the link down below, but we are doing an entire stream for it. But if you guys do end up buying it from this YouTube video and buy the box for $22, let me know on Twitter. I'll hook you up with something, okay? Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Really with this HelloFresh sponsorship, there's no better way to actually support it than ever before. So check that out with the link in the description. If you guys want to support, if I've ever helped you out, that is the way to help me out. Thank you guys.